I really love doing stand-up. It unifies us in a way that nothing else can. We all love to laugh. I really hate to see how divided this country has come, especially around election time like we're in right now. I think it's time we come together as Americans and just admit both parties suck. And like, I have very extreme views on politics, so I don't even talk about it with people anymore. Talking politics with me is a lot like offering me a hand job, because no matter what you say, you won't convince me I can't just do it better myself. There's this weird war going on between genders right now too. I realize that. I think it's kind of dumb. I have a take on it that might be controversial, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I think it's time as males we just admit it's so much easier being a male in this world right now. It just is. Like, there's a lot of things females have to worry about that we don't. Like, I do comedy, I'm in bars a lot. If I see a female get roofied, that's awful. That's someone trying to take advantage of her. And that's not the same for males. Like, if a male gets roofied, it's just free drugs. Speaking of which, ladies, if you're with a suspected scumbag, I got you. For a good time, not a long time. As I was writing these jokes, I realized that the feminine hygiene tax is a thing. Y'all are paying more to stay clean. And I think that's bullshit, but I have a logical explanation why that is. It's because females care way more about being perceived as gross than men do. So they're willing to pay more to stay clean. Like, if males had periods, there's no way we're buying tampons. Not at that price. Sleep the bloody snail trail of death and I recap these Oh, don't pull back on me now. There's 27 more minutes. Buckle up, man. I think it's crazy that females don't get more credit for their ability to make babies. Like, they're single-handedly responsible for repopulating the human race, and we just gloss over that like it's no big deal. But I think that's just because there's too many of us now, so it doesn't seem as special. I came to that conclusion when I was watching the show 16 and Counting. You all know that. Like, I get wanting to start a family, but you don't need the Marvel Cinematic Universe for that. It's too fucking much, man. Here's the moment I really realized that I was lucky to be a male, especially an ugly male. It's alright, Brad Pitt isn't doing stand-up, I know.
You're beautiful to me!
I was talking to her and she said she loves to go on hikes with her dog, but every time she goes on hikes, she has to carry mace because she's scared about being sexually assaulted. Like, I don't have to worry about that, you know? Like, if I was on that hike, I'd be more concerned that the dog would get assaulted before me. Dating's always been tough for me, because I'm a very awkward individual, you know? I don't feel like I need to tell you that, but here we are, I guess. Doesn't make sense to people, because I do stand up, but I really don't know what to say in a lot of situations. Like, I don't know what to say to turn a woman on, for being honest, you know. Like the older I get, the more I realize women are a lot like my laptop, because I really can't get either one wet. But I'll say my laptop might actually be a little bit better, because it turns on when it's dry. Guys like to talk about their sex life a lot, which I don't like to do because, like I said, mine's not really active. Like, my sex life is a lot like the Carolina Panthers offense. It'll get you really excited for a while, but at the end of the night, no one ends up scoring. Dude, I tell that joke in Charlotte all the time. It hits. I forgot. I'm not in Charlotte anymore. Could have said Bills or Jets. I forget.
It was fun still.
I realized I have a type recently, but I realized what my type of woman is in a really weird way. I was watching TV and I saw an ad for weight loss medication. And like every time, without fail, I always like the before picture way more than the after. So I guess you could say my type is type 2 diabetic. I also realize there's a type of women I can never date, and that's bisexual women. And I know you're pulling back on me, but just hear me out before you pass any judgment. I can't picture a woman who's into other women choosing me instead. Seems like a statistical impossibility. They say a similar sense of humor is very important when you're in a relationship. If you can make a woman laugh, you can be with her. I think people think just because I do comedy that's really easy for me, but it's not. Because I have a very abrasive sense of humor, and a lot of people just think I'm an asshole because of it, you know. Finding a girl with a similar sense of humor, it's a lot like finding a girl who's into golden showers, you know. At first you think it's gross, but if you find one who's into it, you found a keeper, you know?
Oh god.
That kind of stuff.
I don't know what one. That's good. That's a good one.
Do it again. Try it again. I'll get it this time.
I'm at a very weird stage in my life right now. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm getting older. Like, I know I'm not old, but I'm getting there. Like, I'm not recovering from injuries like I used to. It really sucks. It's slowing down. Like, I'm at a point now where if I tell a girl I'm gonna blow her back out, that just seems more like a threat. I'm a millennial and I'm making fun of Gen Z's music tastes a lot now. I feel like that's what you do when you start to get older. You always make fun of the younger generation's music, right? But here's the thing, I can't get behind this new wave of mumble rap that's out right now. I listen to too many good musicians throughout my life to accept that. To me, calling mumble rap music is a lot like calling Epstein a really good babysitter. We shouldn't, that's the fucking point. But I realized very quickly, as someone who grew up in the 90s, I'm in no position to make fun of anybody's music taste. Because I'm the generation that flooded to the dance floor every time the chicken dance came on. Okay. Bullshit. I don't want to be a chicken, I don't want to be a duck. Yeah, no shit, we're human, you know? Pretty great. Like, I know we all go through hard times in life, but I don't think anybody woke up and said, cock-a-doodle-doo, bitches, I'm like, chicken now, you know?
Chicken now.
Mama Number 5 was a song I used to like too. Not anymore. Because I realized there's just one dude with 5 side bitches outing himself. Every single one. I think Shaggy got it right because he knew to say it wasn't me. Much better song. There's a lot of weird things that the younger generation's into now that I can't get behind. One of those is eating ass. I don't want to eat ass. And quite frankly, I don't want my ass to be eaten. I don't think women should be put through that type of torture, for being honest. Like, my ass is like that last piece of bread in the loaf, you know? You'll eat it if you're desperate, but you're not ever gonna enjoy it. It's a weird segue into this next joke, but we're gonna go for it. Another thing I grew up with, there's a lot of games that I grew up with that I don't like anymore. One of them is the Super Mario Brothers franchise.
What?
And I don't like it anymore because I realized how fake it is.
What?
Like in the first game, he traveled across the world to try to find his wife, just to find her fucking a dragon in his castle. You know? And then there's 2 games after it where he's doing it all over again. I just think we should have a more realistic version where he goes across the world finding different hoes. Losing half the coins on his battle. It's a play. But I think Yahtzee is just proof that we will gentrify absolutely everything. Like people in the inner cities were shooting dice way before Yahtzee came out. And then House was like, we need to get this into some White House bills. A lot of people like to say my generation's addicted to their cell phone, and I think we really need to pump the brakes on that. And the only reason I say that's because I know addicts, and I know what they went through to feed their addiction. And I don't think cell phone addiction even comes close, you know? Like, I've never seen somebody outside the Sprint store offering a blowjob for the newest iPhone. But I have for crack. I think coffee addiction is one we have to admit we do have. It's bad. Coffee addiction is the only addiction we have where it's socially acceptable to say don't talk to me before I have it. But it's 2024, so I think we should start extending that to other drugs.
Yes.
I didn't snort my line this morning. Don't talk to me. If I don't tie up, I might kill my boss. I really do have a bad caffeine addiction. I didn't realize how bad my caffeine addiction was until I got my teeth whitened and I couldn't have it for 3 days. You know, like I definitely would have given a blowjob to shave a few days off of that. You know, just like any other crackhead. And I like a really dark cup of coffee too. Like, I'm talking so dark that, like, racist white women clutch their purse. Cop will start shooting at my cop and pass a faulty tail light. I think drinking it might give me the N-word pass.
Maybe not.
Nicotine addiction's another one I have that I'm really trying to stop. I tried to quit cold turkey, which by the way is the worst way to do it. I went through the gamut of withdrawal symptoms. Like I was irritable all the time, hungry all the time, sleepy. But what they don't tell you if you quit cold turkey is there's a lot of constipation that comes with it. Because your bowels aren't moving like they used to with it. Like the constipation became so bad for me, I just instantly became pro-choice. If I can't force out a shit, I can't expect you to force out a behavior. But the worst part about telling people that you quit nicotine or you're trying to quit nicotine is they only tell you how hard it is to quit and they don't give you any real advice. Like I was talking with somebody and I was telling them I was trying to quit my nicotine habit and they were saying nicotine is a lot like cocaine. I call bullshit on that. Nicotine will never be as cool as cocaine. Like you'll never see me in a strip club having a cigarette off a stripper's ass.